I've been batching concrete for 32 years. I've been in the union for almost 29. I mean, the union's been great. It's afforded me a great lifestyle. You know, it's a lot of hard work. You have to keep your head on a swivel doing my job, but it's the same thing in the job that you do. You have to be accountable. You have to have your head in the game, and you just got to be ready to roll and go with it. And that's the main thing. When I tell people I'm a concrete batchman, they look at me like, what? And it's like, I do everything that we need to do to load that concrete into that truck. You know, a lot of times we place concrete in 90 plus degree weather, and it affects the concrete in the way that the concrete wants to set up faster than it should set up. I mean, I've seen in my 30 plus years of doing this job, I've seen guys do it, and it's always a tough deal, you know, because there's so many things can happen where you wash the top of the concrete surface off, you know, it's very abrasive, you expose aggregate. I mean, it's a mess, you know, and usually they have to rip that concrete out.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the more we go, the deeper we go into what we do, they create chemicals and they create things that allow us to stretch and to make things more efficient, make things stronger. So you're injecting biocarbon into a load of concrete. And when it's in that concrete and it's mixing, it doesn't leave that concrete. So you're able to inject the harmful stuff in our environment into that concrete. And when that concrete placement is done and the concrete gets hard, those biocarbons stay inside that concrete footprint. And that's what's really, really cool. It's like, I want to be the best at my craft. And if I'm not, I'm going to figure out why we're not doing it right, and we're going to get it fixed. And that's, you know, that way when I go home at the end of the day, I can go, you know what, I gave it my all. And guess what? They poured that shit gets poured the same day, whether you like it or not. I can't tell you how many times I went to work at 3 a.m, went home at 10 o'clock at night, if I even went home. You know, I mean, it was a crazy time, and it's not like that anymore. And I'll never forget it. The customer told me, "You worry about your job, I'll worry about mine." I was like, okay, fuck, right on. Sounds good. Talk to you later. Thank you. Hung up the phone. And that dude, 18 loads too many. I'll totally be honest with you. I was in rehab. I was in rehab at the time. I had a problem with condiments, dry goods. I was working between 38 and 4,200 hours a year.
Yeah.
If you do the math on that, you pretty much got Sunday off. That was
that's like double the.
I'll be honest with you. Financially, I do not need to work.
Right.
That's what these people need to understand, that all the hours and all the time that I've put into my craft has afforded me a retirement beyond my wildest dreams.
Right.
I had 1 year I made over 310, you know, 310 grand in a year. I mean, a lot of times, you know, the older I've gotten, I don't need that big rock star money. I mean, my priorities in life have changed quite a bit.
Right.
So, you know, I like the quality of my life more than the quantity of working too much.
Absolutely.
Check it out, man. You do this job, you don't get to come and go when you want. Okay. And when your significant other makes plans on Friday night and you're going to go do the plans with her and you can't make it there because some guy on the job site knocked out a wall and you got to go re-pour that wall, you're not going home. You're predicated to, you get to do what they want you to do. But I remember, you know, having a guy back in the day when I was in the city and it was like Jedi shit. You were in each other's heads all day long and you knew what that guy was thinking. And a lot of what happens these days with the younger generations coming up, there's some bit of entitlement there, okay? And they think that they're owed something. Nobody's going to owe you anything. You have to work for what you got.
Yeah,
you know?
And I studied the weed, women, and whiskey, but that wasn't for me. That wasn't for you, but it is an option for kids out there. And it's not like, I feel like it has this stigma that says you have to be like a drug addict or an alcoholic or a fuck up or, you know what I mean? Like,